Hello? 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 How are we doing today? I'm not dying, which is a damn plus. I always love to see that. Love to hear about that. At least I do. Jax, good to see you, my friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, stretch already. Oh. 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 I'm actually here for once when I push the damn button. I remembered to fix it before we started. You know, like a proper streamer should. No scuff. For now, knock on wood. How we doing today? How we doing? So, I'm debating whether I want to talk about this topic that's really, like, eating at my mind right now. But, like, I don't know how you all will appreciate it because it's kind of drama-y, sort of. And I don't want to, like, bring up drama if it's, like, a sore subject for people, but at the same time, it's something that's, like, interesting to me, and I want to talk about it with you all and get your opinions on it and whatnot, you know? So it's like a catch-22 sort of situation. You know what I'm saying? Blue! Hi, Blue. How you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. If I finish up Pokemon today, then I'll probably play Card Fight later. Just a heads up. Just go! Hi, Nusku! Good to see you, by the way. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, hi. Good. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I'm feeling a lot better today than I was last night when I had to stop. Feeling a lot better. A lot better. A lot better. No, I don't know. We'll put it this way. I'll ask you all, like, I'll tell you what the topic is, and if you don't want me to talk about it, then we can just move on and I can get right into Pokemon. So, I want to throw my hat into the ring on, well, we'll start with this. Do you all, like, follow, like, Super Smash Brothers and, like, tournaments and whatnot, and, like, competitive play? And, like, would you even care about that? Super Smash Brawl. It's the same, like, it's the same realm. So, we'll put it this way then. Did you all know, or I'm sure you've heard, but have you heard about the Super Smash World Tour, which is the biggest Super Smash Brothers tournament, being canceled last minute? On Nintendo Switch? Yeah, Ultimate's the newest Super Smash Brothers. Yeah. Like, okay, so, yeah, I know, I know you were, we talked about it a little bit. I want to talk about this. We're doing it. Let me pull up the articles again. Hold on. I want to talk about this because I want to get my thoughts about it out because I'm very, I have a lot of thoughts about it, a lot of opinions. So let me, I was reading articles about it earlier, and one, it's Kotaku is one of the articles, so I have to take it with a grain of salt because it's Kotaku. Pretty sure Kotaku is half the reason why this is, like, so muddied right now. Let me see if I can find the articles. Just so I can read them off and, like, not, I just don't want to get, like, information wrong, you know? So that being said, if I get something wrong, it's not my intent. I wasn't informed enough, but I feel like I'm informed enough to, like, articulate what's going on and give my thoughts on it. It hums. Let me get everything pulled up and then we can talk about it. Because it's terrible because they canceled it, or they got cease and desisted. The Super Smash World Tour, it got cease and desisted a day before Thanksgiving. And when was it supposed to take place? Smash Tour. Let's see. Smash World Tour, yeah. So it was supposed to take place December 9th to the 11th, so next week. Or the end of next week. Or yeah, next weekend. So, but then the day before Thanksgiving, they got cease and desisted by Nintendo. Because it's Nintendo. What else? What else do you expect? Let's see. This came out. This other article came out not long ago. So, and again, my understanding on this is going to be very muddy because there's so much going on to it. Like, it's kind of gross how much is going on with this and why I'm pretty annoyed about it. I want the full story. Okay. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Let me get their like introduction to it, and I'll kind of like I'll read it sort of, but I'll paraphrase a lot, but it'll be here, and you know, you can read it if you want. But I don't want to get into it too much, but it's something I want to speak my mind on because I think it has an overarching like thing, you know, overarching theme that I want to bring up. So, heavy heart that we have to announce that both the upcoming Smash Tour Championship as well as the 2023 Smash World Tour must be canceled. So essentially, they just got completely destroyed by Nintendo. They got cease and desisted because that's what Nintendo does. So these guys, the Smash World Tour, they were not sanctioned. They were not licensed. However, Nintendo didn't start licensing these events until very recently when they announced that they were going to be teaming with Panda Cup. Either teaming with Panda Cup or Panda Cup just got licensed for it, or Panda Cup just happened to be the first event that got licensed for it. But Panda Cup, which is a separate event organization, they got licensed to do a Smash Ultimate tournament. But Panda Cup's tournament is exclusive. Like, if you participate in Panda Cup, you cannot participate in other events. Whereas Smash World Tour, the way I understand it is you can participate in as many events pertaining to the Ultimate as you want to, and you gain points based on what you place. And if you gain enough points by the time the worlds come around, then you get invited to it. So it's across all events. It doesn't matter. You could even participate in Panda Cup, and these points would have gone towards the Smash World Tour. Hi, Modern. I'm venting really quick. But hi, good to see you. So Smash World Tour was anything but exclusive. You could do whatever you want. They didn't care. You know, all about community. Okay, I'm gonna mirror a little bit of what Charlie said because that's where I get quite a bit of my information from. But I'm gonna have more stuff to add to the end. But Panda Cup is exclusive. Like I said, you can only participate in Panda Cup. Now, the CEO of Panda, which is a whole organization as a whole, I think they're an actual esports organization that's hosting this tournament. The CEO reached out to, and this is again how I understand it, I could be incorrect, but they reached out to the organizers of the Smash World Tour. I can't remember what their names are exactly because there were a lot of names that were thrown around during all this, but the organizers of Smash World Tour, Panda reached out to them and said, hey, do you maybe want to blend merge your tour to Panda Cup since we're licensed now? But that would like make them exclusive. And Smash World Tour is like, nah, bro, that's not how we operate. We let the community do whatever they want because that's just fair. That's how it should be. But then Panda comes back and like, well, man, you might want to reconsider that. I'm 100% paraphrasing. This isn't how they said it, but this is how it came across. Man, just need to watch yourself because these unsanctioned tournaments out there, they may be in trouble if they're not going to get licensed under Nintendo. This was after Panda got licensed under Nintendo. So it's kind of like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You better merge under us or we're going to go tell Nintendo to, do something about you. Now, this is Panda, not Nintendo. Panda. So that's how that started. Yeah, Mafia style, exactly. And Smash World Tours, they stood their ground, as they should have. And they're like, no, we're not going to do that. That's stupid. Why are you doing this? So Panda went to Nintendo, and I don't know how it sorted out, I don't think anyone knows the details yet, but somehow Panda put up enough of a stink with Nintendo to get Nintendo to cease and desist the Smash World Tour a day before Thanksgiving. Now, this was like, what, 3 weeks ago, maybe? So, yeah, about, not even, about a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago. So, we're talking 2 weeks before the event. So, players already have their hotels. Players already have their plane tickets. Like, it's finalized. Like, players are going to this. You know, now, because it's canceled, they have to, like, fight to get their airlines canceled. They have to fight to get their hotels canceled. And if you all know anything about getting those canceled, you will not get a full refund. You'll get maybe a partial refund. Maybe. But airlines and hotels are cutthroat when it comes to cancellations. It's garbage. That makes me angry too. So, Nintendo cease and desisted Smash World Tour. And it used to be because Nintendo never licensed any, like, they didn't have the opportunity to license these events because Nintendo didn't care. It used to be Nintendo just, like, you know, said, you do your thing, we won't mess with it. And Smash World Tour, as I understand it, was even in contact with Nintendo leading up to this event. And Nintendo unofficially gave the go-ahead to say, you're good to do this, you're good to do this tournament. You're good to go. They just didn't have the official, like, in-writing go-ahead because they never did. They never did that. Even then, it's a nightmare. I've dealt with a few hotels for my company on cancellations. Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. So, you know, they never had the official go-ahead, but they had the unofficial. They've been in talks with Nintendo. But now, because Nintendo's starting to license these events, you know, then Panda apparently put up enough of a stink, they got the cease and desist. So now there's information coming out saying that, and this is on Kotaku, so grain of salt, it's Kotaku, you know, it is what it is. But according to Otaku, Nintendo has spoken with them, Kotaku, saying that they did not actually send a cease and desist to Smash World Tour. Which I don't believe. Even if Kotaku is accurate and their rep is saying that, you know, they didn't actually cease and desist, I still don't believe that. Because why would Smash cancel an entire world championship on, even if they thought it was fake? Like, they were given, I'm pretty sure they were given a handwritten letter of cease and desist. Like, I'm sure they did their homework to make sure that this letter was or was not fake. You know what I mean? Like, and on top of that, I skipped a little bit. Kotaku released an article before this one, talking that they had talked with, like, a Nintendo rep, and they're saying that, like, no. Chatbots, absolutely not. Sorry about you, buddy. Nope. Actually, I didn't mean to do that, but oh well. If they come back, I'll get it. Anyway, are they still in chat? What was their name again? Yeah, it's all right. They're not in chat anymore, so I can't ban them. If it comes out, I'll ban them. Anyway, so Kotaku released an article saying that Nintendo said, you know, that they were cease and desisted because they didn't follow their guidelines, and that the times of, like, grassroots, unsanctioned tournaments were over, or something along those lines. Again, I don't think I'm saying that correctly, but I know that the actual wording was, those times are over, meaning that unsanctioned events are done. You can only, and supposedly, you can only have events if they're sanctioned through Nintendo. Which would be garbage. Thank you, Jax. That would be terrible. Like, because they haven't sanctioned events before, for one. For two, these events, as far as I understand it, are not making money off of these tournaments. They aren't making money for it. It's just a bunch of people getting together to play the game. There is a prize pool, but there's no money being made anywhere. It's just everyone getting together to play the game. So, to me, it doesn't make sense, because as long as these tournaments aren't making money, then why do you care? Like, this is not going to be a great example, but like, what if you have like a local tournament that, you know, you have for your birthday, and you just happen to have a lot of people get together for it? You know, obviously not on the same scale, but it's the same idea. So what's Nintendo going to do? Shoot it down? Or is it just because Smash World Tour had the most viewership and was technically in direct competition with Panda, even though it wasn't? Well, actually, the only reason why it would have been in competition with Panda is because Panda had their exclusivity. So no one could participate in, like, no one could participate in Panda and participate in Smash World Tour per Panda's guidelines. So it's their fault that there would have been competition. If both of them would have stayed open, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, when's Panda Cup supposed to take place? Oh, this is new. 20 hours ago? Sorry, I'll pull this up too. Top Smash players quit Panda Cup as Ludwig launches rival tournament. Oh my god, Ludwig has taken the gloves off and I love it. Good job, Ludwig. Ludwig's amazing too. Anytime there's money involved legally, using sometimes brand for money becomes a thing after a certain size due to legal fees. No one can. Everyone cares about. But to be fair though, like, there's no one, like, the organizers, I get what you're saying, Modern, but the organizers of Smash World Tour, I don't think they were making any money off it. Like, I think they were getting their money by other means, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to see when Panda Cup's taking place. Panda Cup, December 15th to the 18th. So, I mean, it's close to the World Tour, but not close enough. Not close enough to care. So, but yeah, I don't think the Smash World Tour people were making money off it. But even if they were, they didn't have the option to get sanctioned before their event. Before this 2022 event. They recently... I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. If they're holding the money until it's been announced. So, I mean, yeah, I guess there's an exchange of money, if that's what you mean. I don't know. I guess I thought that the limit stops when someone's trying to make money off of the tournament. You know what I mean? Like an organizer, not a player, but an organizer. But I guess if a player is making money, then I don't know. It's very muddy waters to be sure right now. But either way, Nintendo didn't have the option to sanction events until after Smash World Tour was a thing. You know, I think I'd be singing a little bit of a different tune if Nintendo had only cease and desisted the 2023 year. But the fact that they also canceled the finale happening in weeks, I think that's what's got me rubbed the wrong way a little more. Because this is only going to hurt Nintendo and Panda Cup. Like, this is only going to hurt Nintendo's image and Panda Cup's image. It comes down to the holder if they want to stomp it or not. Most people don't because it's free. Right! Bye, April. Have a good one. Thank you for coming in. That's right, Modern. Like, this is only advertising for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The game is still being sold for $60, and it's only because it's so popular in the competitive scene. Like, Ultimate is huge and competitive right now, which is why they can still charge $60 for the game. Like, if they didn't have the competitive scene, Ultimate would not be as popular as it is now. I guarantee you. I'll say it with my chest. That might be a hot take, but like, Ultimate would have died a long time ago without the competitive scene. So it just doesn't make sense to me why they would have cease and desisted this year's event so close to when it's happening. Now you've got all of your players that are pissed. You have your event organizers that are pissed. You've got your esports organization leaders that are pissed. That's just a huge recipe for disaster. Like, and I don't think the Panda Cup's players are like contractually obligated to partake. So like, what's stopping the Panda Cup players from leaving and not participating? Now, not only have you killed your image even more than you have, you've killed your only sanctioned event. So that's even more of a money pit now. Like, I just don't get it. And then, so later on, I skipped ahead a little bit, but later on, Nintendo released a statement saying that they didn't actually cease and desist. This is Nintendo now, saying they did not cause the cancellation of Smash World Tour. So that's just what makes me so confused. And I'm trying to like see it from... They beat the competition, got the prestige. I don't know, like, because it's recent. Like, Panda Cup is a recent thing. Panda Cup got what it wanted, sure, but you know, they got the competition gone, but they did it in such a shady way that they're not gonna have participants for theirs either. Like, no one, not the players didn't know, you know, and the players are free to leave, and they are. Like, I just don't get why there had to be a competition. Like, you don't see, let's see, what's like a good example I can think of? You don't see like the NFL trying to stomp out, or not the NFL, Jesus, the NBA trying to stop out college ball. Like, to me, it's like the same thing. Like, they're the same game, but they're on like different wavelengths. Or like Little League versus Pro League in baseball. It's kind of, maybe that's not a good comparison. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like, they both can benefit from each other. They both could have benefited from each other. I guess. But I mean, it's not like a World Series, though. You know what I mean? It's still just the U.S., but oh, I guess it's got Canada in it too. But you know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, though, Modern. Like, that wasn't a good comparison. But like, they both could have mutually benefited from each other by just Panda not being terrible. Like, and what makes me the most angry is that, and this is kind of where I'm gonna like kind of go off on my own tirade. I don't understand what's going on with like people in power that have like the ability to make these platforms that we use good or bad by the flick of a switch. You got Twitter with its freaking Twitter blue. I don't know in what reality that was thought to be a good idea, but there's that. You got Twitch that are just making these god-awful decisions for creators that, while they don't affect me like right now, like, it's still my dream to do this full time. So, like, these decisions that Twitch makes rub me the wrong way still. And to be fair, I don't have Twitch's earnings in front of me, so I don't know, you know, how they've been doing money-wise. But I highly doubt they were struggling that bad. I doubt it. But again, don't know. And now you've got Nintendo and Panda making the worst marketing decision possible. Like, it's the worst decision in humanity. I don't see, even like you said, Modern, even with like Panda trying to snuff out a competition, like, this was the worst way to do it. The worst way to handle it. Like, it just makes me so angry. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying, again, I want to be clear. If Nintendo had just said, hey, moving forward until you get sanctioned, you cannot handle these events. You cannot host these events. Like, if it was just the 2023 season for Smash World Tour that couldn't get sanctioned, I'd be singing a very different tune right now. But the fact that they also went after the World Championship happening in 2 weeks, that's what's got me really, really angry, and how they handled it. Like, all they had to have done was just say, like, review the 2023 year, and Nintendo could have just said, hey, you're not sanctioned for 2023. That's it. Like, and Panda shouldn't have been involved, period. That should not have been a call from Panda. It also shouldn't have even been, like, it shouldn't have even been, like, whispers in ears from Panda. Nintendo should have straight up ignored them. And honestly, I take it as a sign of weakness from Nintendo that they let themselves be swayed by this new company that's obviously trying to be predatory. Greed can be a double-edged sword, motives large-scale creation. Ruin they, yes, and that's exactly what's happening here. Like, they're trying to squeeze all the money that they can out of I don't even know how they'd squeeze money out of this though, because I don't think Panda Cup has a buy-in. Like, so it's really just for publicity, but even if they did get money from it, it doesn't matter. Like, the reason why Brawl too, Brawl has a scene, but the reason why it's so popular, future ads and sponsors, fair enough. But the reason why Ultimate is so popular is because of these small, unsanctioned tournaments that are getting a big name, and they're just so community friendly that it makes everyone want to watch and support them. Like, and that's the only reason why Ultimate's still a thing and why it's still relevant. This is like a speed run for killing a game. Because if they continue to do this, like continue to like knock down these unsanctioned tournaments that everyone enjoys, you know, Ultimate's gonna die. It's gonna be no more. It'll be $15 within 2 years. Exclusivity makes them a hot commodity where someone who wants to participate looks like pass the buy-in when it rolls out. That's fair. Saying, oh yeah, I participated in Panda Cup. Ugh. But that would have been okay if they handled this whole thing differently. Like, honestly, Nintendo and Panda Cup should have stayed in their own lane this year, and I think they would have come out on top on all of this. You know, and then next year they revisit, when all this stuff is done, then they revisit the whole, okay, how are we going to handle unsanctioned events? You know, but this year they really should have just let it ride. We're so close to the end. We're coming up on the ends of, like, you know, coming on the championships. That it's going to be done. One more isn't going to kill you all. So there's that. Now there's this article that was published about 20 hours ago from Exerto. I don't know anything about that. But people leaving Panda Cup as Ludwig, the man himself, launches a rival tournament. That's huge because Ludwig was pissed about this. So, because Ludwig has held an Ultimate event before. So I think this is a challenge to Nintendo, saying, like, all right, this is like the end right now. You need to chill. Like, this is the community standing up and saying, you need to sit back down for a minute and think about what the hell you've done. For now, anyway. Like, I mean, not even for now. Honestly, Nintendo has let these unsanctioned events go on for too long that I don't see how they can realistically get a handle on them, quote unquote, without there being just severe community backlash now. If they wanted to get into the competitive scene, they should have done it at launch. It's not like Smash Brothers hasn't had a competitive scene before. Smash is like the most competitive scene game ever, almost. The most public, I would think. Or maybe the most, like, accepted, I guess would be the better word. The easiest to get into, because everyone knows Smash Brothers. Smash competitive scene was caught. We backlash from everyone. My local tournaments are already up in arms. I just looked into that. I'm telling you, no one's happy about this. Everyone's pissed. So, the Scuffed World Smash Tournament. I love it. In light of Panda Nintendo's lackluster response, I'm happy to announce the Scuffed World Tour. The event will be hosted on December 18th, and so far he's invited the 8 top placing players from both Smash games and the World Tour. He's offered up an extra $50K to the total prize pool and offered to fly out the runners-up if any of the top 8 can't attend. Damn, Ludwig. Ludwig fans also noted that the scheduled date for the event clashes with Panda's global Smash event, Panda Cup, meaning those invited would have to choose between Ludwig's event and the event of the company they just had to hand in, canceling. Oh, damn. Ludwig did choose violence, and I love it, honestly. I don't... I'm torn on it, though, because yes, it's a very hardline stance, and sometimes I'm not a fan of hardline stances, but I think this is what needs to be done to get Nintendo's attention. Because if Panda Cup flops, but this, if Nintendo doesn't cease and desist it, if this goes through, Panda Cup flops, and this goes off without a hitch, then I think Nintendo's going to realize that they fucked up. Like, and unfortunately, I think Nintendo's in a contract with Panda to do a whole year of this next year. I hope after that contract is up, they get back in their lane and they never touch it again. Because obviously they don't know what the hell they're doing. just after the announcement, Ultimate Star, I don't know who that is, announced he wouldn't be making it to Main Stage 2022, making way for him to potentially attend the Ludwig event. Melee Legend announced he would not be attending Panda Cup and called the organization's statement too little and way too late. I didn't... So the statement they're talking about is Panda Cup and Nintendo both coming out and saying that they did not cancel the Smash World Tour. But that still doesn't check out for me. That doesn't make sense. Because Smash, unless Smash World Tour, like, is trying to big brain this and they're trying to fabricate a story where Panda Cup tried to, like, strike them down to get people to go to Smash World Tour, that doesn't make sense, though. Because they canceled, like, the 2023 event, too. So, like, are they playing the long game to get 2024 going? So, like, they got the publicity? I just don't see that. That's way too much. Oh, yeah, here. Panda Cup Global denies Smash World Tour shutdown. Here, let's see if... Okay. Oh, fuck me. All right. Oh, that's risky Twitter. Hold on. Twitter's weird. I usually don't have sus things on Twitter, but every once in a while. All right, here we go. Okay. Team that manages and has worked diligently to create too many sus things on Twitter. Yeah, right. To create an exciting. We are all as surprised as the public to see the announcement of the Smash World Tour Championships cancellation, as well as the accompanying statement, which attacked the hard work and ethics of those behind the Panda Cup. Like, that's just a direct, like a straight up direct contradiction to what the Smash World Tour said. Like, I don't get it. And it makes me angry that there's just such a huge conflict of what the hell happened. I just don't see Smash World Tour just randomly canceling 2 weeks before because of nothing. The only other thing I can see is if for some reason the money that they needed to organize the event didn't come in like they thought, so they needed an out to get out of the event. And this is what they chose. There's some behind the scenes information we don't know about. I think so too. But unfortunately, I still think that's behind the scenes information on Panda's and Nintendo's part. I think they realized what a colossal fuck up this was, and they're trying to hide it, and they're just doing a poor job of it. I don't see a scenario where it was the decision of the Smash World Tour to cancel so soon. Like, there had to have been money lost somewhere to do that. Like, the event had to have been booked already. Like, the event hall and whatever had to have been booked. There's no way they hadn't already. I don't know. The team was not informed of any intention to cancel the Smash World Tour 2022, nor has the team ever engaged in conversations that sought those ends. Again, another direct contradiction to what the Smash World Tour team said. As Nintendo of America indicates in their own statement, we talked about it a little bit, the organizers of Smash World Tour were not required to cancel their 2022 championship event, and any implication that the Panda Cup team had any influence in that regard is false. Flat out saying that they're lying. Hold on, let me see if I can find the Smash World Tours, because they responded to this too. They responded to Panda's and Nintendo's reply to that. Short response. Oh, this is number 2. Wait, there's another one. Okay. So here's the first response. Hold on one second. Oh, it's a Google Doc. Hold on one second. I gotta see what account I'm logged into. Hold on. Okay. There's a lot of people in this document right now. All right, let me make sure there's nothing sus. There's not. Okay. We did not expect to have to address this, but Nintendo's response via Kotaku has been brought to our attention. Unfortunately, after continuous conversations with Smash World Tour, and after giving the same deep consideration we apply to any potential partner, we are unable to come to an agreement with Smash World Tour for a full circuit 2023. Nintendo did not request any changes to or cancellation of the remaining events 2022, including the championship event, concerning the negative impact on the players who are already planning to participate. This was Nintendo's response to all of that. And then so they say, "Hello, Evelyn. I'm ranting. I'm ranting hard right now." They're saying that they don't know why Nintendo took this angle. As the last judge for, we asked if we could continue to running the championships and the tour next year without a license, and shift our focus to working with them 2024. We alluded to how last year functioned in that capacity with the mutual understanding that we would not get shut down and focus on the future. We were told directly that those times were now over, saying that they just can't operate without the license. Let's see. So it did say that they can't grant a license, which is fine. But they hadn't submitted an application for 2023 yet, is the thing. So they've ceased and desisted it before they even had a chance to put an application in. So I'm still trying to come at this from both sides. Like, I'm trying to see Nintendo and Panda Cup's stance on this. Okay, I guess here it is though. It's expected to secure a license well in advance of any public announcement, meaning that if they don't have the license, they're gonna get shot down. Let me get this. Let me get this other statement up. Attention, we are again very good. We're notified this matter would not. We notified. We also let them know verbally that we are not requiring that they cancel 22. Let them know verbally. Verbally is not that. That's out of the question now. We're beyond that. We're beyond verbal we're so beyond verbal acknowledgments. Contacted us. Understand why Nintendo contacted us at all last week if they truly wanted us to continue operating. Okay, I think I've heard about this statement now. Thing I can think is if they sorely misread that cease and desist letter and it did only pertain to the 2023 year, but I highly doubt it. And this is saying that Panda continues to advocate on the Super Smash Bros. Community, even to the point that Panda has advocated for other organizations and tournaments with the work of Nintendo, such as the Big House and the organizers of SWT, to benefit that again. Oh my god, there's just such wildly conflicting information now. I don't know. I'm not going to get hung up on this too much more because I've been talking about it for about 47 minutes, but it's just so wild that, like, we're in this day and age where companies can just make the poorest decision for anything and think they can get away with it. And think they're just going to get by fine. YouTube for review, even small tournaments get at least one lawyer for that reason. Right. I just don't see a scenario where there could have been this much of a misunderstanding. There's just no way. I refuse to believe it. Oh man. I'm keeping my ear to this because it's very as much as I'm not, like, I don't want to turn into like a whole drama channel. When stuff like this comes up, when it's like something that interests me, I can't help it. It's like Charlie said, I'm such a gluttonous boy for drama sometimes. But I mean, this is a huge deal. This literally is life and death for Smash Brothers Ultimate. If this continues to go down the road of you can only have a Smash Brothers event if you're sanctioned, then it's gonna go. It's gonna go bye-bye. It won't be a thing anymore. Because it's been so long. Sorry, I had to move my camera. It's been, well, it's not even been so long. It's been never since Nintendo would work with a company to get a license for an event. Like, they just didn't do it. They didn't care. Now all of a sudden they do, and they just are having the worst takes in all of humanity. It's wild. Anyway, there's that. I wanted to rant about it a little bit. Hopefully it made some kind of sense. Alright, why is my console not showing up now? What's going on here? What's going on here? Working yesterday, why isn't it working now? It was actually working like 10 minutes ago. Thanks. I do love the transitions a lot. Alright, what the hell's happening? Oops, no. We're using this yesterday. Why isn't it working now? Sorry if that started off on like a sour note today, but it's been something that... there's an update. Shit. Okay. Fuck, I hope that doesn't mean I have to stop the stream. Hold on 1 second. Man, I can't believe that this didn't show up sooner. Hopefully this doesn't mean I have to restart. That would suck. Because if I had to do it now, it'd be now though. Kazu ran done, that's right. Like I said, I mean, I'm sorry if it's a sore subject for people, but it's also something that interests me and it's something that I want to talk to you all about. Like, I want to get everyone's thoughts on it and have a conversation about it, a small debate if we need to. You know, I like stuff like that. I love, like, you know, staying up to date on what's going on in the world. As long as it's not like as long as it's not like a big thing. Need to rant some while game updates, right? Small says hi. Hi, Small. Hello, Small. Well, it's my capture card that apparently needed to update, and now it's froze, so that's fun. Oh wait, did it freeze because my Switch turned off? Shit. The sleep time on the Switch is ridiculous. It's so short. I'm gonna boot up a game while I wait. Oh. Oh, shit. Shit. Why you do this? Alright, well, that sucks. I hate closing stuff in the middle of updates. But it's froze. Where is it? Come on, Task Manager, you got this. Go. Oh, Task Manager was almost not strong enough for it. Press again. I'll update. So how's your day going? Everyone having a good Saturday? Kind of wish we had another long weekend. Let's see if this stops at the same spot. Nope, went past. Good. So it must have just been because my Switch shut off. Makes sense. All right, don't make me restart. Don't make me restart. Please don't make me restart. Please don't make me restart. I get you. 1 to eat. My mouth is stuck open. Ooh, excuse me. Button. Ah. All right. I have to restart stream, so it will not take me long though. But I gotta do this to update the freaking thing. So I'll be right back. Hang tight, everyone.